Hello guys, CS2 Arc here. Welcome to a video. It's my first video where you'll hear my voice. So I'm just going to go through HLTV's top 20 and just give my opinions on it, everything like that. So let's start with number 20, Bit. I think that's deserved. You know, he hasn't had the best year, hasn't had the worst year either, but he's been a solid player for Navi, which is good. I'm just going to go through quickly, I'll go into stuff with certain players and that. Ema, I think he's been performing very well, for Navi. I'm a bit kind of in the same boat here. They haven't had the best year, they haven't had the worst year, but they've done okay. They've done alright with the events that they've attended rating wise. We've got Nico. I like Nico, obviously one of the GOATs, but he is on the tail end of his career, both rifling wise. But obviously, still very good rifler. I will not deny that. But I think he will be wanting to go to more IGL roles, or I would like to see him in IGL roles, probably within the next year or two, because I think he's got another 5 years at least, 5-6 years going forward. Torji. Good AWPer for Mouse. I thought he would be higher, I won't lie. I thought he would be more towards like the 13, 14, 15 place, I won't lie. I thought he'd be a bit higher. He has been very consistent. I don't think there's many events where obviously he hasn't been that consistent. But I think a lot of it is because they just could not beat Vitality in the first part of the year, and I believe they've only beaten them once, if I'm not mistaken. Exertion, same again really. I think he was a bit higher, but I can also see why he is number 16. He was not very consistent. There's times where he could, he'd be dropping like 30 kills, well not 30, but 20 plus kills, and then there's other times where he didn't get killed for the first 8 rounds. So I think 16 is deserved. You could argue for him to go a bit higher, but I think that's, I think it's fair. We've got Mark Shakenda, aka my favourite player. Little fun fact. I think that's very deserved. He only really played for half the year on a good team. Liquid killed his career, but now it seems to be back with a proper team. With his job entry in, kind of a bit of lurk, bit of entry, that sort of thing. I think he's done very well to get number 15. That is totally I had him about 15 or 14, 15 myself, so I'm happy with that. Next we've got Xantares. My opinion, he's get out. I think his emotions get ahead of him too much, which is obviously not good for playing at LANs and such. So I'm not really a fan of Xantares' style. Obviously he's done a lot for the game and everything like that, and the Turkish scene, but I just personally don't like his style, which each to their own. Argue with me down in the comments and everything. I'm happy to reply to everything. Next we've got Senzu from Mongolia. I think he's the only Mongolian. Yep, the only Mongolian on the list, which has done a lot for Asian CS, obviously. I know he's looking for a new team, possibly going into the Open. Would like to see him rifling in Na'Vi. I won't lie, I don't know, I've just got that feeling. Na'Vi, I don't think he'd do very well in other teams. I heard his English isn't the best, but he's a fucking incredible rifler. So that is number one. Very good rifler, bringing up the Asian CS scene, which is very good. So I'd like to see him on a better team. I know the Mongols is a really good team, but I'd like to see him on maybe just something one step up or something. I think he's a very good entry, very good. He's very good at pretty much every role, which I think that's very respectable and very good. Well done. I think number 13 is very good for him. He did miss the second major in a couple of events, so very good. All right, we've got Messi, my hero. He is a British player, like myself. Messi, I think Merriman should be higher. I think he should be higher. I'd put him I'd put him at number 10 and move the other two Sir Spinks and Twist down. That's just my opinions, and everything. But yeah, I think he's like the best anchor we've got at the moment, at the current time. Obviously, he's with Vitality. He's got the best teammates around him. He's got the best lurker on the team, and he's got the best or rifler hybrid with Zywin. But yeah, I think he should be at least top 10. I think he should be at number 10. That's just my opinion, though, obviously. So then let's go Russell Twists, Mr. Van Duncan. I don't think he was deserved to be higher than Messi. I don't think he deserved to be higher than a couple of players here. But yeah, he played like dog water in Liquid. But then Liquid, as I said before, killed Jakinda's career. So, or at the time, killed his career. So I can see why that. But since he's been on FaZe, the 1v4 against Na'Vi, very good. Fair play, I like seeing him. He is in there. I think he's more of a top 15 player in my opinion. But I totally can see why. His stats have been very good since joining FaZe, or at least better than Liquid. Spinks, nothing much to say. I thought he would be like 11th, I won't lie. I think he's very good. He's obviously the best player on MOUZ at the moment. He's taught them a lot by the look of it since he joined, which is good. So I like that. Hopefully they can get their stuff sorted and be, in the title runs for next year. Queserato. Well, is there anything to say about Queserato? I think it's a very fair place. I think ninth is a very good placing. I think he's going to be he's the highest Brazilian player, which is good. Okay, I think he's very good. I think a lot of this is when he's up here is just because he's very good at not dying. I'm not saying he's like James Time or anything, but he is very good at just not dying and having many kills, which, yeah, he is the engine for Furia. Number 8, we've got Frozen. Deserved. He's the best player on FaZe at this current year. His stats just say it all. Yeah. Go and have a look at his stats. We'll have a look now. Sorry, just taking a swig of my drink. 1.17 rating. Number 6. 81 damage per round. The stats say it all, really. He deserves number 8. Yeah, 100%. Number 7, we've got Flames. Or Flamesy, depending on how you say it. I think that deserved. He's one of the best riflers this year, 100%. I think a lot of people upwards from 7, 6 up is going to be Orpers. So, yeah, that's fair play. I think he's done well to get, obviously, number 7. So let's go to Molodoi. Well, what is there to say about Molodoi? He's Rookie of the Year. That's all I can say. Watching him, I remember turning on the TV and just seeing Molodoi ace Mongols. And I was like, shit. So, yeah. But deserved. Number 6. I think everyone above him has had a lot of experience and is going to be very good. Not very good, but you know what I mean. Like they have experience on stages and stuff, which Molodoi does not. So I can see why other people are higher. But yeah, my Rookie of the Year. We've got Shiro, number 5, very consistent AWPer. He's more passive. I personally like the Molodoi style. It's a bit aggressive, but you can play passive. If Molodoi and Shiro mix their styles together, and you combine one AWPer that could sit on an angle for a round and then also create rounds, I think you'd have the perfect AWPer. I think the closest person to what I'm describing between these two would be Zyro. So yeah, but the consistency on Shiro is just immense. Next we have m0NESY. We all expect to see m0NESY in top 5. People thought he'd be in the top 3. I never thought that. I thought Rops is going to be number 3. Low insight. But yeah, I think, you know, he has very high peaks, but I've also seen there's a couple games where he's had low lows. Okay, so now I'm just going to predict my top 3. Now, argue with me down in the comments if you ever see this video. Rops. I'm going to say Rops is going to be number 3. Best lurker in the game at the moment, or possibly the best ever lurker. I can say that pretty much. I don't think anyone's going to argue with me on that he is the best lurker that Counter-Strike's ever seen. I think that's going to be... He's been very consistent this year. He's had high peaks, almost the major MVP. He was like, what, 0.01 off or something from Zywoo, like drawing. I think it was 3.7 he got, 1.37, and Zywoo got a 1.38. So yeah, number 3, 100% Rops. Now, this is where it gets a bit saucy. Number 1 and number 2. Now, depending on how HLTV go off of it, and that, it's either going to be Donk Zywoo, Donk Zywoo, or Zywoo Donk. Now, as a pure output player, if it's based on complete on their own kind of skills, I believe Donk will be number 1. To me, Donk is number 1 purely on the fact of, well, look at him, like he basically is carrying Team Spirit. Him and Shiro carry Team Spirit every time they step into the server. 30 kills against Zywoo, and when he got visibly upset at the Budapest Major, I understand why. It's him and Shiro and no one else. Like, really does much, which everything, yeah. Number 2, I personally believe Zywoo. I'm gonna put Zywoo number 2, even though he's got all the MVPs, he's got the titles. I think Donk, as a pure one player, you know what I mean, like because this is obviously individual. I think that individually Donk is a better player, but doesn't have the resources around him. Whereas Zywoo has the best lurker to ever touch the game. He's got the current best, or in my opinion, the current best anchor in the game, current best IGL in the game. I think there's an argument for Fallen in there coming up to the end of the year, but Apex will win it because of the start of the year. He's been very good at the end, but I think Fallen's going to be a close second, which, yeah, fair play. And yeah, that's just going to be my video for the day. It's only a little short video, but yeah. So just going to keep it short. Argue with me down in the comments, like, subscribe, do all that. Yeah, so see you again in the next one. I'm thinking about doing 3 uploads a week. It'd be like 1 clips, 1 video, like reaction, something to do with CS, could be Onipit, could be Flom, Cooper maybe, could just be like HLTV, could just be, you know what I mean? And then we're going to do 1 HLTV day a week where I just come on here and talk about stuff. For example, Rostermania. I think I'm going to do next week's going to be the full Rostermania. We're just going to talk over that for 15 minutes or so. All right. So have a good night, everyone. Have a good one.